All right, so where are you from?
I am from California.
Born and raised?
Oh yeah.
What part?
Pasadena, LA County.
Okay, I'm from Sacramento, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What made you move out to Texas?
School. I wanted to be somewhere kind of close, like it felt like home, but not home to where my parents can visit me 24/7. So my grandparents live out here,
Okay.
so it made sense.
So you came out here for TCU?
Yes,
What year are you in?
I am a junior.
Okay, congrats. Okay, what has been, I guess, what have you most enjoyed about TCU so far?
I think for me, this sounds like a nerdy response, but I came in as an econ major, didn't even know what I wanted to minor in, anything like that, and then I met this bomb professor, and she inspired me to minor in criminal justice, and I think that was just an eye-opening thing for me because then that inspired me to go pre-law and everything like that, and it made me feel like I have some sort of life plan.
Okay. What has been the most challenging thing at TCU or in college so far?
I think social life, like you want to be able to balance school and all of that, but you don't want to stick to just one person. You want to meet people, and I think it's hard no matter where you're at in your phase in life.
Okay. What's one thing you would change about TCU?
Maybe like, oh, the ratio. Are you kidding? It's like 70% girls and 30% boys.
Okay. Okay. Are you single, dating somebody?
Stone cold single.
Okay. So in your previous relationship, how long into the relationship did sex happen?
I actually have never had sex.
So, okay, so you're a virgin.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
You're not the
The
only one.
only guy I dated ever was in high school, and it lasted 30 days.
Okay,
So,
okay. So what do
yeah.
you think about the men at TCU?
Oh, I think some are very interesting, and others, not my type.
Okay, okay, okay. Now, from your perspective of what you've seen in life or TCU and TV and anything like this, I'm gonna ask you this today. Just want to see what people think. What percent of men do you think are cheating in a long distance relationship?
I mean, the guys I know, 100%.
But if you were to give like a
A
good,
good guess, maybe like 30%, I feel like.
really, you think that way?
I think that a lot of people, you hear one story and you just assume everybody else's, versus the reality of it. If someone actually wants to try to do long distance with you, they have to have some sort of love for you in the beginning. So that's important for any relationship to last. And if they want to try it with you, I think trusting them is an important part of helping that relationship last.
Okay. Um, and what is your biggest fear in life right now?
I think stability in my life, like socially, economically, anything like that. I think I always worry about the future, and it's hard to live in the now. So I just fear the future.
Okay. Okay. This is another hypothetical. Even though, like, again, you said you're virgin, but hypothetical. What would your reaction be, or what would you do, or say, or whatever, if you had got knocked up by a random guy that you weren't dating?
Oh, I've talked about this a lot. This could get
Hey, it's
not
you.
juicy or anything.
Hey,
but
get
just
it.
like,
Come on, bring it out. Bring it out.
So, I think not to be all. It's not even a political thing, but like recently abortion rights were overturned.
Yeah.
And I think it brings up the whole subject of not forcing your religion on anybody else. So I grew up Catholic, and I've always been taught like abortion, terrible, terrible, terrible. But then I don't agree with the church in a lot of other aspects. So for me, I personally just could never have one, but like get an abortion. But I totally get other people getting one. Like they weren't raised in the same way I was raised. So like if I was knocked up, I would have the child and let the father be in that person's life because everyone deserves.
What if he didn't want to be in the child's life? What if he's pushing you to get rid of it?
Oh, my dad would kick his ass.
Okay.
like my dad would have my back, even though like it goes against the church's
yeah.
out of wedlock, but also bringing life into the world, my parents would support me 1,000%.
Okay, makes sense. Let's say, I don't know, you live over here. I don't know. You might have a dog. You might not. Or
I wish.
okay. So you don't. Let's say you
Rent
have
for
one.
a dog is $50 there.
Okay, you got. Okay, I was getting to the point.
Sorry,
If you had a dog, or maybe you have a family dog at home, if somebody had offered you $10 million for your dog, would you give it up?
Absolutely not.
Okay. What's the reason behind that?
Oh, I love my dog. Like,
Not even 10 million?
no, I think this sounds so cliche, but the memories I have with that dog is irreplaceable, not $10 million. Like, I would go home after every break and miss my little furry friend.
Okay. Where are 3 places in the near future that you want to travel to?
I want to study abroad in London. I would love to go to Greece. I think that would be a beautiful place. And then, honestly, just like home. But like, really be home. Every time I go home, I'm always working. So I want to just be back in California, like beach every day. And then in the winter, big bear mammoth, something like that.
Okay. So let's say you're dating a guy for 4 years, and your wedding is coming up next week. You're engaged to him. Your wedding's coming up a week later, and then one of your friends, I guess, had found a video of him and pretty much found out that he had been cheating on you the whole first year of your relationship, but he stopped cheating after year 1. What do you do?
That wedding's getting called off. I'm trying to get a refund for everything I put a deposit in on.
Yeah. I've been forgetting to ask people this all day. What do you think of women who take back cheating men?
I mean, we all do things we shouldn't. I'm not going to act like I haven't gotten back in a situationship that I shouldn't have. Like, I knew better. Like,
but situationship's different. I'm talking about like if he's
but
like
it's
your
that
guy.
whole process of, like,
he's not really your guy. If he's
but if you're in love with someone, you're in love with someone. You can't help those feelings.
I'll get you in that.
I'm not saying I was in love with any of my situationships. I'm just saying, like, I get it, but also, if I was a close friend of that person, I would be beyond frustrated because then I would be like, all my advice went straight to the trash.
Okay. If it was your sister, like, you keep seeing her, the guy who just cheated on her, what would you think? Like,
I would ask her if she could ever fully trust him again after that.
okay.
And if you can't fully trust someone, then you shouldn't be with someone.
Okay. What is your favorite color, and what is one meal, if you had to eat it for the rest of your life, that you could eat for the rest of your life?
Pink. And my favorite meal of all time, California In-N-Out. The Texas In-N-Out is trash. I've gone, it's not the real In-N-Out. You can get everything. I could get a milkshake, fries, a burger. So good.
What's your go-to alcoholic drink if you drink alcohol?
Well, my 21st is next week, so I guess we'll find out.
Oh. So you never consume any alcohol?
Never.
Really?
No.
So you've been going to no parties in college?
You can go, you don't have to drink.
Oh. I tried for like 3 weeks, and I was like, am I missing out? And I just, whatever. I tried.
I
was so against drinking growing up, and then I was like, it's like, let me see.
FOMO's so real, but also, I'm never going to regret a night on my couch watching a chick.
Oh, no, I understand.
Like, never going to regret that. Like a lot of people in college, they're like, oh, I feel like I have to go out, I have to do this, I have to do that. I literally watched a Barbie movie with my friends yesterday, and we're in our 20s.
So you turn 21 next week?
Yes.
Next week. Okay, congrats. I mean, hopefully you go out in style. They're going to try to mess you up.
That's fine.
That's fine. Okay, what are you looking forward to growing this year in your life? I guess this year, I guess.
This also sounds like another cliche answer, but just myself. Like, I want to reach out and like how I said earlier, making friends. I want to further those connections I have with friends. I want to create new ones. I want to come across as a more welcoming person. I have a severe resting bitch face, so I want to work on that too and just be more approachable in that aspect, so like growing myself.
Okay. If in another life or another timeline, what would you be doing right now at the age of 20 going on 21? What do you think you'd be doing in a different life?
I mean, I know I'd be at some school because, like, that's how I grew up. There was always, like, college wasn't a question. It was more of a question of where.
Mm-hmm.
but I'd be somewhere probably doing something similar to this, but I don't know how I would be mentally and all that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I guess this is the final question. What advice would you give to your younger self, even though you're still pretty young right now? If you can give yourself advice in high school, what would you give her?
Don't care what anybody else thinks. Like, I used to care so much, and it took up so much of my headspace, but the moment I stopped caring, I started having the best time of my life.
I mean, that's all the questions I have to ask you. Thank you very much for answering. And being
This was
open
the
and honest.
funnest Uber I've ever been in. Are you kidding?
Thank you.
I had a blast.
I just like to know about people's life story.
Yeah.
And you have a lot. Everybody has a lot. So.